We are live for Picks Monday. It's June 29th. We have a ton to get to, starting with the World Cup. There's a couple games today and a couple bets that I have for those games. And then I'm going to jump into the full MLB slate as well. Hopping over here to Twitter, and I'm going to just jump right in. Couple knockout games today. We saw Japan, Brazil. Both teams scored. That cashed earlier today already. And then we got a game kicking off soon. Paraguay and I believe, Germany. Germany's a heavy favorite in this one. I actually am going to go with Paraguay plus the 1.5. And here is why. Obviously, very defensive, physical team. They held Australia and Turkey to 0 goals. Obviously, they're weaker opponents, much weaker opponents, but still held them to 0 goals. And I think it could be tight against Germany. Ecuador beat Germany, and then Ivory Coast kept it really close, kept it within 1 goal against Germany as well. So I like the 1.5, just getting the 1.5. All these games so far, the Canada game and then the Brazil-Japan game, they've been close, they've been tight pretty much the entire game. So I expect that to continue. This one does seem a little bit more lopsided, but I think if they can score a goal early, they can keep it within 1.5 there. So for the parlay, I did pair Paraguay plus the 1.5 up with the Netherlands on the money line. I am including extra time and penalty kicks, so it's just straight up to win. It's a little bit minus money there. You can even take them to win in regular time plus stoppage. It's plus money. It's around plus 125. But I just have them to win in the parlay. Morocco has been great. Their defense has been great. And they've played some good matches in this World Cup, but they had to come back to beat Haiti. I bet on that game, so I know they had to come back to beat Haiti. And Haiti went 0 for 3 in this World Cup. So, look, I'm not saying that the Netherlands are going to come out and smoke them, but I think it could be a little bit more in the Netherlands' favor than people think. They've got a better attack on offense, probably the more dangerous offense in general, and I just think the talent on this Netherlands team wins out today. So Paraguay plus the 1.5, and then Netherlands. I paired that up in a parlay. It's 20 to win 58. We've hit our first World Cup bet today. Hopefully that continues later today in this second slate here. But yeah, those are the two plays for the World Cup so far. I know a ton of people are hammering Germany, but I think Paraguay could keep this game close. And then Morocco, Netherlands. Netherlands are minus 150 here on DraftKings, but I got a little bit of better odds than that. And then we'll get to the games tomorrow at some point. I'll be posting picks for all the games tomorrow. Ivory Coast, Norway, France, Sweden, Mexico, Ecuador. 3 solid games on the slate tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And then also got a bunch of MLB plays for today as well. So I'm going to hop over to MLB. Hit rates are right here if you missed them from earlier this morning. Do this every morning. Strikeout hit rates, guys who have played well and have a streak going of strikeouts. It's nice for parlays, and I use them a ton. So all the guys right here over on Twitter. We have the home run bet as always. I'm going with Brandon Lau tonight. He's in Philadelphia facing Aaron Nola. Plus 296 I found on DraftKings, which is pretty solid odds for a guy who has hit 20 home runs already. 20 home runs, 16 of those have come against right-handed pitching. Aaron Nola's probably one of the most ideal matchups for Lau. So I like this a ton. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter in Lau. Good ballpark in Philadelphia, also good weather as well. Hot, ball should travel, so Brandon Lau to hit a home run, plus 296. We still are up a ton over the last 2 weeks or so, but I'd like to get that get back in the win column here on Monday. And then three straight plays as always. I'm gonna rattle those off as well for all you guys tonight. We got 2 pitchers and a hitter. I'm gonna start with Sean Burke, over 5.5 strikeouts. 6 straight games with 6+ Ks for Sean Burke. He's also done it against solid teams, teams that don't strike out a ton in this stretch. Dodgers, Tigers, Guardians, all limit the strikeouts, and he's been over in all those matchups. Baltimore strikes out a ton. I think they're bottom 4 in the MLB, 9.15 times per game they strike out. So I like this play a ton tonight in that game. Baltimore strikes out a lot. Sean Burke's been on a roll, so hopefully he can keep that consistency going tonight. And moving on to our only hitter of the night besides Lau, Wilson Contreras, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's been hot. He's been playing well. He's hitting in the middle of this Red Sox lineup. They just swept the Yankees, which was huge for them, I thought. Contreras also has hit really well against Miles Mikolas. He's batting .368 over 19 at-bats against Mikolas. I think he's got a home run against him as well. It's a good spot. They're at home, so I think it's a good opportunity for him to go deep. Let me look at... This might be a huge minus money play, but let's look at where that's at. It's runs, RBIs. Yeah, so 3+ is plus 127, 2+ is minus 160 for Wilson Contreras. I like either of those. I think he could potentially go over in either of those instances there in today's matchup. And then last one, another pitcher. The Burke and the Ashcraft were kind of off the hit rates, so I'm going with Braxton Ashcraft over 5.5 strikeouts. He just struck out 10 against the Mariners and gets a really, really good opponent tonight with the Phillies. They're bottom 8 in strikeouts per game, 8.67 times per game they strike out. So ton of strikeouts, big swing and miss for the Phillies. It's a good matchup for him. Good matchup for Ashcraft. He generates a ton of swing and misses, and there's a bunch of guys on the Phillies who swing and miss a ton. So I like that play as well in Philly. And then for the parlay, basically all I did was add Contreras and Ashcraft together. 6 Ks for Ashcraft, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Contreras. And it's 20 to win 47. So a little more than double your money, and 2 solid player props for later tonight. I like those a ton for the slate tonight. And then I am doing this as well. So I'm going to kind of not parlay these. I'm going to bet each one of these individually. Ashcraft 6, 7, and 8+ Ks tonight. Once you get past 7, it's plus money. So if you throw 5 on each of these and it goes in 6, 7 hit, you'll definitely make your money back, plus a little more. And then if he hits 8 or 9 Ks, you'll be making a ton. So we hit on this page the other day. Gavin Williams did not hit. We hit Foster Griffin 6, 7, and 8 Ks. So it was minus 150, plus 125, and then 242 paid. So if you bet all those, you had a pretty good night there. So I'm gonna do it with Ashcraft tonight. Again, it's a good matchup against the Phillies. There are 5 on each of these, and I think it could be a nice night there with Braxton Ashcraft. Other than that, I'm gonna touch on a few teams I like on the money line tonight for baseball. and then we'll go from there. Yankees, they really have struggled without Aaron Judge. I think they could probably still get it done with Ryan Weathers tonight. They're minus 141. I don't mind that play at all. Blue Jays with Savage minus 131. That's a great play against the Mets, who have really, really struggled. Don't think the Mets have seen Savage yet either, so that is probably another positive in their way, in their direction. So I like that. Guardians on the money line. Parker Messick has been awesome, minus 149. I would lean that way. Shota with the Cubs against Griffin Canning. I'd lean Cubs there. Kirby, I know it's minus 208, but George Kirby with the Mariners against the Angels. Probably another fine play there. So Mariners, what was that? Mariners, Cubs, Guardians, Blue Jays. I like all those plays for tonight in the MLB, for the MLB slate. So a couple things to think about there. If you want to throw a couple bucks on those, that's not a bad idea either. But other than that, looking forward to the Germany, Paraguay, and Netherlands, Morocco games today. Got plays on all those. If you are looking for those plays, they're right here over on Twitter. I'll be updating, posting daily over here. So if you ever missed anything, it'll be right here. Other than that, over on the YouTube, if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday with picks, all my picks, plays for the day. Other than that, I will see you on Wednesday with more picks, plays for the nightcap.